What the hell is up? Good morning. If you were waiting, did you forget you had my tab open and then you heard somebody say, what the hell is up? Cheers. What's up, guys? Good to see you all. Welcome back. Hope you're doing very well today. What's going on? What's new in this market? Anything? I'm actually here to ask you. We're not here to talk about it. I'm just here to learn. I heard Shrouded Fables got some bundles recently, so just wondering if that was a good buy on the Pokemon Center. Just want to see what you guys are buying. Apparently there's a new trading card game called One Piece. It's about pirates or something. I guess it's kind of popular. I don't really know. But boxes are going up, so that's what matters to me. You know, I've been seeing the bat signal for One Piece from all the Poke investor bros. We gotta ruin this. We gotta ruin this trading card game because there might be $50 to make on a booster box. Just letting y'all know. Sell me that OPO5? No, bro. No, bro. It's my only one. And I bought it when OPO5 came out because I'm a true, not like all of you, I'm a true One Piece TCG fan. All right. I played the game for like 2 weeks. So I'm kind of like an OG. Kind of like an OG. No, I'm just kidding. Good morning, everybody. Good to see you. I am really tired today. It is so foggy and gloomy outside, and I kind of love it. But I'm just perpetually tired. Probably sleep apnea. Second cup of coffee. Also glad to be doing the morning streams again. Feels much better, you know? It's nice. Not really anybody does anything in the morning. They don't even post videos in the morning. So it's cool to just like chill. Good morning, everybody. Market isn't dead. Thanksgiving, rent, kids out of school. Hey, man. No. Let them think it's dead. And I will keep buying my booster boxes. But I agree. I mean, every year, except kind of last year, the market kind of, it dies a little bit in the holiday season. And I mean, in some aspects, it did last year too, to be honest. I want to FOMO the Moltres UPC. No. What's up, Shiny? Good to see you, my man. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're, what are you doing right now? Catching lobsters or something? Catching lobsters, swordfish. Have you gotten your Inferno cape yet? The Shiny app guy plays RuneScape, and I always have to flex on him. Hope you're doing well, though. Good to see you, man. Chucky, drop some knowledge. Boys, I don't know. I do have a thought, though. I do have a thought on a product that I think is actually a pretty good value right now. I do have a thought on a product that I think is good value. Market is pretty cool. I agree. I mean, it's obvious. There's no doubt about it. I got 3 of them. There you go. What's up, Jimbo? Jimbo? Guys, I'm not going to lie. I did start watching the One Piece anime. And it's kind of good. I'm on the Alabasta arc. If that's how you say it. I'm on episode 79. I don't know if y'all watched the show, but they just left the Dino Island, which was fun. Chuck, sell me that OPO5. No. That's mine. I'll give it to you for 1,000 because I know what I have and I know where this market's going. I've been unironically hearing that on Facebook this past week, and it is pissing me off. It drives me insane. How's it going? You inspired me make my own channel. Dude, that's awesome. Everybody go subscribe to Custody TCG. I have no idea what he does, but I'm sure it's amazing. Dude, that's sick. Here, I'll look it up right now. Custody TCG. Interesting. Custody TCG. Let's see what it's all about. The Charizard Market Meltdown. I like it. 240. Dude, you're killing it. You have 200 subscribers. What a legend, bro. Congrats, dude. That's awesome to hear. I hope you're having fun. OP09 flying. Yeah, I tried to buy some boxes locally, but he sold them. It's a shame. But that's the way it is. Not a ton of One Piece locally. Okay, watching from Europe. Shout out to Europe, bro. I'm a big fan. I like doing these morning streams because all my EU lads can hop in. Guys, I want a One Piece expert to come on the channel and just talk, or on a stream and just talk about One Piece. I have a lot of questions because to be honest, I don't pay that much attention to it. I am now because the prices are going up, and I have in the past for the same reason. But I have questions. I do. I have questions. Because it's so, like, what, they re-release cards and special booster sets? Like, what the hell is that? What's going on, man? All right. Hit a UPC online. Oh, and the target drops. Nice. To be honest, I was playing Arc Raiders. I was locked in. I was playing Arc Raiders. Stayed up late last night watching sports. The S word, I should say to you guys. I slept in a little bit. Yeah. Bought a White Flare and Black Bolt. Poem? You bought the ETBs for $250. And should I be looking at Pokemon Center? Yeah, PC ETBs are top 2 product all time. They'll do well in the future. Some are really expensive. And I think liquidity will be a thing in the future, or to worry about. If you got both for $250, that seems like a phenomenal deal. I would buy that. Hello, Benefitness. I don't know what you were referring to. There's a game. Yeah. What's up, Corey? Dude, I'm doing well. Again, I'm a little tired, but I'm good. I'm good. I can't complain. I'm excited because I'll be taking some time off at the end of the month, much needed. And that's my priority. That's my priority right now, is just getting through these next 2 weeks. 100%. Lock in the gains. I should sell and make money. But then I won't have my boxes anymore. And if I don't have my boxes, I don't have any happiness. So, do you not want me to be happy? I don't understand. How does SV in general compare to Sun and Moon and Sword and Shield? It's good. It's more fun to rip. And special sets are phenomenal. Stacked up more Priz. Let's go. I'm always down to stack up Prismatic. At this point, I don't even know if I'm bullish on Prismatic. I'm just like buying it because it's just what I do. You know what I mean? Like, I don't even think about it hardly. I have so much that I just buy it and then I don't even look at it. And so I don't even remember that I have it hardly. And when I think about my investments, my brain doesn't go to Prismatic right now, even though it should. And yes, it is, but I don't know. I'm buying Sword and Shield boxes because I just feel like there's opportunity that's falling through our fingers as we speak. And then we're going to look back and wish we had got some. That's how I feel. But Prismatic, I'm like, oh, it'll just be there. It'll be there forever, you know? Even though it won't, but it feels that way. Paldea Flames at $250 a buy? No. Not a buy. Not in my opinion. I personally, for Mega Block, my strat is to just kind of wait and chill a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I don't mind waiting on that. I think there are better opportunities out there that aren't just brand new and actively dropping in price. Although I think they'll do good long-term, but my plan to buy them isn't now. It's to wait and see if there's opportunity in the future. And if I miss, that's fine, because I think there are things that are better. But yeah, PFL 250 is rough. I agree. You'll be able to get that box for probably, I would guess sub 200 at some point. 100%. Or 200. I think 200 is a pretty good buy. That's not even that far off of MSRP when you consider tax. But I don't know, you're just going to be holding that box forever right now. Yeah, like get a few, but I think you can wait. You know what I'm saying? I think you can wait. Just picked up a mega box for $179, so MSRP. That's fire. I think that's great. That's great. You even maxed? What does this mean? What does this mean? Maxed. If you're talking about my gains, bro, we were all thinking it. We were all thinking it. I didn't want to say it, so I'm glad somebody else came out and said it for me. Chuck the legend. Bro, I'm just a guy. You're the legend. Might try the anime. Hey, good luck, brother. You're going to be watching for a couple of years at best. It is truly daunting. Do not think about the episode count. Just think about the show itself and just enjoy it. Because I tend to do the thing where, like, I stop enjoying the thing that I'm doing and I just want to complete the checklist of doing the thing. That's a thing that I do often in my life, but I'm trying not to. I'm trying to enjoy the thing in and of itself. You know what I'm saying? Should I be looking into Piece ETBs? I thought I answered that one. Somebody asked the same question, but differently. That's interesting. I think 125 each is probably a good deal, in my opinion, for special ETBs. But I don't know. I'm not watching anything with that many episodes. It's coming from a big anime fan, bro, but it's kind of good, man. People fire selling Paldea Fates boxes on Facebook. Picked up 500 per. Hey, this time next year, you will be so glad you did. I promise. Promise. Clip that. Play it in a year. Let me know if you can get them for 100 1 year from now. Bro, these Paldea Fates boxes. Look, I hate these collection boxes. Don't get me wrong. But it's too good of a set, too good of a deal to pass up. It's too good of an opportunity. Bro, the set rotates out in 4 months. What are we talking about? It's so clear to me. Even if we get more, just buy more. Just buy more. Such a good deal. I think the prismatic ones are good deals too. In my humble opinion. I might break down my Paldea Fates ones at some point. I think when I get my closets built, which I've been talking about for months, it might actually be happening soon. We'll see. I found another company that's not ghosting me. I don't know. I might buy one of those like pack box holders, you know what I'm saying, with the rows, and break them down and put them in. We'll see. We'll see. Because I think there's literally correct me if I'm wrong, there might be negative premium on the box with the promos that are stamped, by the way, and 11 packs that are selling for $11. So if you buy a box for $100, it's like, am I crazy? I have this right? Like, that just seems too good to be true. Yeah. Even at 100, like, I don't know. It just seems good. It seems great. Thoughts on picking up Magikarp from Paldea Evolved at 250? Okay, if it's really clean, I think it'll do well in the future. And as Paldea Evolved product stops hitting the market, like, I have to imagine the price of the card will go up. But I'm not sitting around like I think if you want it like personally from like you'd have to approach it a little differently. If it's like for investment purposes only, like it's going to be pretty volatile and I'm not going to recommend it. I think there are better things to put your money towards that are deflationary. But if you just love the card and you want it, I don't think there's really going to be a better time for real to like buy the card. You know what I'm saying? So if you love the card and you want it, you should probably buy it because I see good things in the future for Paldea Evolved. I really do. Anything's possible. So you're going to have to be comfortable with whatever happens. You know what I'm saying? Temporal and Paradox Rift booster boxes are openly selling for $160. So I guess close to MSRP, right? Yeah, I know that was the case. Totally different market in the EU, in the UK. Which I think skews perception of those boxes over there, but at some point as the US prices go up, those boxes there will be an opportunity to ship those over from overseas and make money on them. It's probably not that far off now. So it is interesting to see. 2 boxes I'm personally not buying at the moment, unless it's a really good deal. Really good deal. I just realized my head is right above the thing. This should be a little better. I don't look like I'm 4 feet tall anymore. Allegedly. Do you think One Piece right now is similar to Lorcana Pump? I think the Lorcana Pump was a little bit more... I think there's a lot more excitement for One Piece. I'll put it that way. Lorcana felt a little like... It did have that Pokebro thing, but I think it's lost some steam. And I think One Piece has a brighter future, is what I would say, at least in the short and midterm. As long as the show is going and it's as good as it is from what I hear, it'll do well. And the game's pretty fun too. It's a pretty good TCG in my opinion. But I think One Piece has the potential for a much more sustained run, no doubt. But the pump happening right now is pretty insane. Let's be honest. It's kind of unnatural, which is not atypical for TCGs in general, given how volatile they can be. But in your opinion, would it be a good idea to sell my top end slabs from Sword and Shield, Carp, and other all? I mean, I don't know your situation. This is kind of the thing with questions like this. I mean, I appreciate you asking. I just I don't know your situation. I don't know if you need money. I would say if you need the money, then probably. But you're probably just asking from if you think I think it's going to go up, and I probably do think they're going to go up at some point again in the future. Personally, I think they would be pretty cool to own. I'm not really in the market of buying them just because I think they're really, really pricey, but there are plenty of people out there who are interested. You know, slabs are volatile, in my opinion. Like there's the highs are high, the lows can get pretty low. And there's a much more niche audience for slabs compared to raw, just because the sheer volume of collectors that are out there and the fact that raw is cheaper, right? I don't know. I think they'll do well in the future. I do. I think all those cards will do really well. All the top alt arts, I love Sword and Shield for a reason. It's because of those. It's because of those top alt arts. So I don't know. I think they'll do well. It's my opinion. RV road trip to Florida. We'll go visit Mitch, dude. That would be insane. I did hang out with Mitch at Collecticon. Great guy. Big fan. Big fan. Super nice. Literally as nice as he is in his videos. And also a demon. Absolute card demon. We were chopping it up. It was a good time, man. He let me sell at his booth, which was pretty funny. Investing booster boxes like Surging, Destin, even Priz. Yes. Yes, although surging, the ship is sailing, in my opinion. Fewer boxes are out. How many? By the way, can y'all hear me all right? Way fewer boxes out in the wild now for surging, which is exactly what we were saying over and over and over. I mean, are they selling for $250 again? I honestly, realistically, there's probably still opportunity for surging because genuinely there's people selling, like scalper type people who don't know much about what's going on in the market, because we're all sitting here looking at charts all day. We're like disgusting. They're $250 on TCG Player, and you can still probably find them for around $200 locally because of that. So there's kind of a discrepancy there that I think is going to be gone soon, which is really interesting. I would not buy surging at $250, much less attractive to me compared to $200. But I think if you buy at $250, I'm pretty confident it'll continue to increase. And I wouldn't be surprised to see a $300 plus booster box this time next year. If it somehow avoids another huge wave of reprints, which I don't really know if like there's an incentive to make more booster boxes for this set at this point. But it's the risk you have to take, right? But if you invest for the long term, you'll be fine. Legendary Warrior Collection Box, a good pickup right now. They are on Walmart for $111 after tax. Oh, I thought they sold out. It's like 14 packs, and you might get a fusion in one box out of like 5, roughly. What is that? $111. Sub $8 a pack, probably a pretty good deal. I don't know. I'm not super into buying collection boxes that are huge at elevated prices, like in this case. But Sword and Shield will do well, and I think the box will definitely be more expensive in the future. Also, my situation, I got a bunch of them at MSRP, so personally, I wouldn't do it. But if you want some Sword and Shield pack exposure, well, I think you'd be better off buying a booster box, but just to get a bunch of packs, it's a pretty good deal. Thank you, Rob. Can we all agree we will be kicking ourselves for not stockpiling prismatic ETBs? I mean, probably, but like they're like $130. We've been buying them for a year now, almost. And it'll probably still be the case where we wish we got more, but you just got to be happy with what you have and make good decisions in the market that you're in. That's all you can really do, and just be responsible with your money. That's how you win long-term, in my opinion. I have 22 Costco prismatic bundles. I love how Costco put a wrapper to protect the wrapper. Yeah, that's pretty sweet. Jay, good to see you, man. It's been a little while. Hope you're doing very well. Everybody go check out Jay Ketchum. Everybody go subscribe to Jay Ketchum TCG. He does market stuff too. And he seems like a lovely individual. Appreciate it, man. What's up, my dude? Good to see you. Pack Hype Collective. Thank you for being here. Hope you're doing well. Phantasmal second wave will drop that price down a good amount. Just be patient. Yeah, I mean, I was talking to somebody in Discord. It kind of feels like the second wave is here a little bit, like starting to come out. But yeah, there's no doubt in my mind those box prices are going to drop. If they're $250 right now, they're going to drop 100%. Seems like the market has spoken at Lost Origin 600, brilliant 450, chilling 400. If any tap those areas, I'll be buying. Yeah, I think I kind of believe that I kind of believe that those were the bottoms, personally, because TCG Player sale showed us that when we got to those prices, a 10% drop, which is 10% store credit back, right? So not even really a true 10% discount, but a 10% gain nonetheless. The market went crazy for it. Now, it's interesting because the market volume oftentimes it tends to drop when prices drop, which is when you should be buying. I think there's a lot of support at these prices, and I just don't see a world based on what I've seen where they drop really below that. Locally, it's so hard to find boxes of Sword and Shield right now for the good sets. And if you do, you're probably going to be paying more than these 3 prices for each, more often than not. So they get bought up. People don't want to sell them. And when they drop low enough, there's plenty of people out there willing to pay these prices. And that's what's happening currently. And then you pair that with the fact that it's November and December, 2 of the worst months for collectible cards, generally speaking. And then you have all these upcoming sets coming out in the future. It's like we get further and further away from Sword and Shield every month that goes by. There will be fewer boxes, fewer packs, despite how much was printed. All of these sets are no-brainers. All of them. And by all of them, I mean like the top 5 or whatever. Down to like silver. Silver, chilling, brilliant, and up. It just feels too obvious right now. What's up, Jay? Good to see you, man. Von Diggle, hey, cheers. Good to see you, man. Yeah, boy. It's good coffee. What's your thoughts on the late great Moltres EX UPCs? Bro, don't even get me started. You know why? Because I pulled the real Moltres. And by the way, I'm going to submit it. I've had it for like 2 months. I haven't submitted it yet. I was going to do it at GameStop, but I don't leave my house. So I haven't done it yet. I don't like the UPCs. I think the pack selection's ass. Nobody asked for it. The promos aren't even sleeved. I think they're just in the cardboard box, so they're getting wrecked. And it's like a GameStop exclusive, right? Is that right? I think it is. It's kind of expensive. I mean, if it drops closer to $100, I think there'd be good buys, but I'm not going out of my way for these things. I'll tell you that. Right now is a good time to hit Facebook Marketplace. I'll lowball. And lowball, I'm buying great boxes. Oh, yeah, PF boxes for $95. Got 12. That's fire. Dude, there's a lot of scalper-type people buying these, realizing there's not that much premium. Then they're going to card shops and selling them for like what they paid, which is crazy to me. And so if you can make connections in this space, bro, you can get these things all day like this guy. Legend. Moltres UPC is better buy than the Charizard Destined Rival stamp. I don't know if I agree. I'd much rather have the Charizard UPC at a cheaper price, personally. I like the packs more. I prefer the promos in it because they're actually unique and they're good. I know there's like a billion of them. I think give it some time. I think the Charizard UPC will end up being a pretty strong product. It's just getting printed to absolute hell. And that's okay. That's okay. One sec. Let's see. Silver Tempest at 300 or Brilliant at 380? Probably Brilliant. I think Brilliant. Enjoying this Sunday. I'm glad to hear it, man. Me too. Me too. Picked up 10 Paldea Fates collection boxes at 110 each. Fine with the price, but they just take up too much space. Yeah, I mean, I think 110 is even a good price. You can break them down. You're not losing any premium. I can assure you that. And loose packs are a lot more trusted in the SV era because you can't really weigh them, and they're harder to scam, which is great. And reprint shippers will buy them all day. They don't care. Wondering if I should dump my Destin box right now. Got out at 180. I mean, if you need the money, it's probably... I wouldn't... Personally, I'm not selling mine. I'm happy to have mine. I think Destin Rivals will go down as a phenomenal booster box, but they are pretty expensive. Don't get me wrong. And we will be getting more of them in the future. I'm very confident in this. If we don't, I would be literally shocked. I don't think anybody thinks we're not going to get another drop at some point. Chuck, what's your day job? You have excellent financial IQ. I did major in finance. I work in account management is what I'll say. That's my job. So a little bit different. Kind of sold out. I don't really do that much finance, but I'm interested in finance, especially personal finance. Find it really interesting. Fusion, Lost Origin, which one? I mean, I rate Fusion higher. I think it's going to depend on your price. I think for current market prices, I think both are pretty even at their current prices. Fusion for sub 800 is really good though. But Lost Origin for in the 600s is great. I don't know. They're both good. We just picked up OP13, OP12 after we ripped the ones we had. Yeah, boy. I just bought some more OP12 myself because I got a decent deal on it. I do have one OP13 box. Can't really see it. Actually, can't see it at all. But I got one during the TCG player sale. I think I paid $200 after tax, and here we are. But it's a good set, and I'd like to get more of it. And I'm sure it's going to get printed to hell, just like OP05. And I will be buying more. 151 display or Paldea Fates display sealed. Now these two products I think are great values right now. These are the products I was alluding to earlier. 151 displays, Paldea Fates displays. The premium is not that much higher for either at the moment. I think 151 goes for like 13, which is a good bit higher, but for that display, it's probably worth it. And then Paldea Fates, I've been seeing some crazy low prices for these, like 800. Somebody sold theirs to a shop for 650. Hello? That's crazy, but I think the 151 will do better, but Paldea Fates booster bundle displays are really intriguing to me. Bandai far greater than Ravensburg? Yeah. Well, is that true? Is that saying that's not saying Bandai is great though, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. Where do you speculate the price for Phantasmal SIR will settle? I mean, what is it right now? 400? Is it more? 600? I'm not the guy to ask for singles, but I can tell you it will drop. It goes for 600 roughly. I could see it going down in the 4s for sure, but it's a popular card. It'll do well. I sold my Flash Fire XY booster box for an OP5 case. Oh, just recently? That seems crazy. That seems crazy. When did you do this? What's up, Super? Hope you're doing well. Any thoughts on Riftbound? Seems like it has a huge following from the game show. Yeah, I think I would love to have a few boxes of this Origin set. I'm just not willing to pay $300 for it. But I'm very intrigued by Riftbound. Seems to be a popular game, or TCG. It seems to be fun to play, and the cards are cool, and the IP is pretty strong. I think Riftbound will do well. I think it's being received pretty well. I'm interested in getting a box or two just to, you know everything's going to come crashing down when I start talking about other TCGs. That's how you know to sell. I don't need money, just which you would think would do best over time. Oh yeah. I don't know. Probably Prismatic ETBs. Dude, Brad, thank you for the $5. Damn, bro. Appreciate the support, man. Would you trade a Paradox Rift booster box case for a Surging or wait until Paradox? I would much rather have the Surging case personally. To hell with the age, although it does mean something, but I think Surging is just a better set. And I think I'd rather have the better set. I really believe that. But I like Paradox Rift. I just don't think a lot of people are thinking about that set, So I'd rather have Surging. I like what I see with Surging. Not seeing any Paladin boxes below 115. A lot of these are kind of getting sold through connections cheaper. And then they'll list them a little higher on Facebook for the masses. but just be patient. Or maybe not. I don't know. Instantly, yeah. Yeah, 100%. I agree. Hey, Chuck, I have about 50 booster bundles, a variety of Prismatic DR, Paldea Fates, all bought at Amazon P. I sell them to invest in a few booster boxes. Booster bundles for booster boxes. Yeah, I would definitely get rid of the surging bundles. I would definitely get rid of the DR bundles. Probably. I mean, you're going to want to, I mean, booster bundles are great. They're great. But I think it would be wise to have exposure to booster boxes personally. But I don't know your exact situation, so take that with a little bit of a grain of salt, all right? What's up, DJ? Dude, DJ's been popping off. I'm glad to see it. Seems like a great guy. We'll have to have you on soon, man, for sure. Absolutely. Although my stream is like, it's just me and my guest room. You know what I mean? Like, look at my background. We keep it pretty casual around here. When is Chuck Nostalgia Live happening? Probably never. I was thinking about this. I did ask him to do a stream, but he's busy. And he is busy. But also, I think with Nostalgianomics, he's probably not just interested in having a conversation with somebody like me about the market, because it's probably pretty boring to him. And that, because he already does that. He has a live that he does with Pokemart. He does it by himself too. There's no point in adding a third. It doesn't really do much for his exposure. So there's no feasible reason why he would do that, other than maybe he just likes me and would do it. But we don't know each other at all. So I don't know. I think he's more interested in having people on with a different perspective, because him and I are probably going to say a lot of similar things, maybe disagree about a couple things here and there, but it's like, I don't think there's a lot of value to be had necessarily that isn't already there. You know what I'm saying? Whereas like Team Rocket Joey and I, we get on, we have all the market chat, but we're also kind of like bantering and being stupid. And that's like a thing that I enjoy, that I don't necessarily think that Nostalgia and I would, that wouldn't be like the main focus. But I mean, if anything changes, I'm down. But that's my thoughts there. And that's totally fine. That's no big deal. No big deal. People are big time sleeping on surging. I have 48 boxes and looking at buying more. I think they're still sleeping a little bit. I just bought 22 boxes yesterday. Damn, DJ. Absolute beast. Yeah, I think close to $200, you're going to be balling. No doubt in my mind. Didn't even trade for 2 of my Sea and Sky. Got 2 surging boxes. 1 Sea and Sky for 1 surging. I like that. I think that's a, wow. Yeah, that's a pretty good trade, in my opinion. That's a very good trade. I think both people win in that situation, depending on what your goals are. I like that. I like that. McDonald's Wi-Fi just made an offer. Most people are just looking to profit the more but the less math they do, buy 1 or 2, you probably won't get them to come down. I don't know what this means, but I agree. I'm sure you're right. Pokemon is dead. RIP. It basically is relatively dead compared to where we were 2 months ago. This guy. That's some diabolical work. Hang on, let me ban him really quick. Although it's kind of funny. Here we go. Just to show a couple of these. Just to show what type of comments you get every now and then from some people. I hope you find happiness, man. I really do. Although it is kind of funny. What's up, Archer? And then you get Archer. Good to have you live, dude. Hey, good to have you in the live again, my friend. Surging will be fusion and lost origin of this era. Yeah. Top 3. DJ's Book Center. No try to Fable. Oh, yeah. Yeah, by the way, guys, DJ's Poke Center, he has a shop. And the prices seem pretty fair to me. If you want to support a creator who has a business, they're trying to grow their business, seems like a great guy to me. All right. I don't know if he has distro access. I would assume not. But if he's working towards that, Show some love, man. Support your creators out there who are trying to, who are good for the space and they make good things happen. I think that's great. I think it's great. What's up, Zaros, my friend? I appreciate all the work you do, man. One of my mods in the Discord. Iron Wall. I didn't know I was lovely, but thank you. I appreciate it. Hey, calm down now, Jay. No, I'm just kidding, man. I'm just kidding. Seems like a great guy. Case of Surging Booster Box or case of Mega Evolutions 01. That is what I grabbed last month. Long term sounds good to me. I like it too. I got like 5 more Mega Evolution boxes around $200. I don't mind. I like the set. I'm probably not buying any more unless it's below that, of course. But I think they're good sets, man. I ain't worried. Look, when you have a long-term view, you've been in the space for a while, you just make good decisions and you keep moving forward. And then before you know it, a year goes by and everything is more expensive than it was in the past. And that happens more and more as each year goes by. It's really not that complicated, is it? But bro, I want to buy the peak. I need those items yesterday. Yeah, I know. Dude, pack hype, $2. Keep the bangers coming, man. Dude, thank you. Thank you for the $2, man. I really appreciate that. Thank you for being here, dude. Thank you so much. Brad, $2. Oh my God. I can bring you Sword and Shield boxes? Bro, that's crazy. I'm not going to have you drive from Florida. That seems wild, but I really appreciate it, man. Thank you for the $2. It's very nice. What's up, Art? This is great how we all get together on a Sunday morning. Isn't it just nice? It just feels right, you know? The Sunday morning stream, it's not the most popular time of the day, but it feels like the best time of the day, kind of. Because you don't have the Sunday scaries. It's still a weekend. You know, it's not Sunday night where you're like, oh, shit, I got to work tomorrow. It's just like Sunday morning. I got my coffee. I'm going to get a little omelet, which is what I did. And then you have the whole day in front of you. It's kind of fun. Moltres is one of my favorite arts. Too bad that stamped one was created. I don't like it. I love the card. I don't like that stamped. I don't know why they did that, man. I guess it's just to put more of the card in collectors' hands in an easy way, but maybe it's just an answer to like DR not being super printed right now. I don't know. I don't get the decision personally. I mean, it is a Moltres, and it is a Moltres UPC, which is that's probably why, but I don't know. Happy Sunday to Chuck and chat. Dude, thank you for being here, man. Hope y'all are surviving the market madness. You know, it's funny. It's like, I hope y'all are surviving, but we're also not far off from all-time highs, like compared to how many months ago? Like 3? Like the price that chilling is right now is the price that it was in June. it's you know, perspective is everything. Yeah, the trio. Would you buy a case of Evolving? I probably would, depending on the price, but that's a lot of bones, man. That's a lot of bones. I don't have that type of that capital laying around just waiting to buy an Evolving case. But if it were cheap enough, I would make it happen for sure. Sword and Shield, Charizard, SPC, Priz. Yeah, I agree with this. Dude, Unified, good to see you, man. I hope you're doing well. Long time no see. Yeah. Dude, I hope you've been well. Thank you for being here. Oh, the Shiny app has spoken. Hey, guys. Go download the Shiny app. Links are down below. Free. And a great app. And a great guy. On Shiny, I'm seeing about a 75% increase in collection additions and product page views for One Piece English and Japanese over the last 90 days. Pokemon is relatively flat. Yes. Yes, another data point for us to confirm that One Piece is absolutely ripping. I mean, dude, look at the prices for this. Isn't this just diabolical? Look at this. Guys, look at Carrying On as well. This set just came out. Came in at 157. It is now flirting with 300. 250 to 275. And look at the volume, dude. Just the sheer volume. 87, 105, 57 yesterday. Now it's kind of correcting a little bit. Maybe not correcting, but slowing down. I think there are far fewer buyers paying up to 300 because, as you know, with One Piece, reprints tend to come and they tend to get there quickly. But that's crazy. Even like newer sets that are kind of middling, like a Legacy of the Master. Not long ago, this was $100. And by not long ago, I mean like 3 days ago. And now it's selling for 120. 120. And look at the volume. This is what's happening on every single box in One Piece. I know this is a Pokemon channel, but you have to pay attention to this. And this is good for Pokemon, in my opinion. When one collectible does well, they all do well. All right. But it also presents, in my opinion, a good opportunity if liquidity is being sucked out of Pokemon. Well, maybe the door opens back up to start buying a little bit. And that's what I'm doing. 2 Legends, the worst set, is now up to 120. Pretty insane. Pretty insane. 500 years in the future, trash. $200. Wings of the Captain, not bad. $200. You see what's happening here? It's like every box is going stupid, dummy, crazy. Stupid, dummy, crazy. A lot of money is flowing into these early One Piece sets too, because I think there's a lot of like Pokemon mentality there, where it's like, well, the earlier the better. Even though these sets, like Paramount War, especially Kingdoms of Intrigue, maybe not like the greatest sets ever, but look at these sales. It's pretty crazy, man. Awakening of the New Era. This is like the Evolving Skies. Well, I guess OP13 is kind of that, but this was like the first set that was like crazy hype last year and like March of last year when it came out in 2024. So almost 2 years ago. And then there was a reprint that hit, right? So it went up to like $300, which you can't see here, but it went up to 300, got reprinted, came back down. And then it just went parabolic recently. And you might be thinking, well, that's fake. Well, look at the sales actually at $800. Like there's tons. It's impressive. It's impressive. And the show is like as good as it's ever been, right? So, and there's still, who knows how many years? Probably a few at least. One Piece, man. One Piece. Would you rather have, hang on, I got to answer this question. This is really important. This is really important. Would you rather have $15 for every poop you've ever taken in your life or 25? I would take 15 for every that I've had in my life because we are not guaranteed tomorrow. I will take that money all day long and retire immediately. Yeah, I'll probably make more of the 25, but I'm taking the 15. I'm retiring. I don't care. That's enough money for me. And then I'm buying every single Pokemon booster box for my collection. It would be glorious. I would not buy the Mega Charizard SAR. I agree, for the record. Chuck, do you think the harder PSA 10 gem rates of SV era will play a part long-term for the prices of the booster boxes compared to how easy? Yes, I do. I think lower PSA 10 pops make sets more desirable because there's more of a premium, more money to be made grading them and opening them. It'll be interesting to see how Mega Evolution is because it is easier. The quality control is better. Personally, I like when quality control is better though. But they'll still do well. It's not the only factor, but it is a factor. What's up, Limited GIF? Good to see you, man. Five Below is wild. I hope they continue to be a source of product. I might need to look into Five Below, but I don't like the prospect of driving 20 minutes somewhere for there to be nothing. So chances of me going out looking for product when I like out of my way are pretty low. But let me know more about this. I'm curious. Very curious. Display greater than booster box. I disagree with this personally. Booster bundle for investment, assuming you don't have to pay. I don't agree. I think there's way more of a track record for booster boxes. They're the premium product. But for special sets, booster bundle displays are phenomenal. That's the difference. Backed up the truck on Priz, yeah. Weirdo, yeah. There's some weirdos out there, man. I'm sure you've seen a few of them. Where do you liquidate product? I go on Facebook, get lowball called a scalper. Yeah, you just block them and move on, man. You just sell on Facebook. Sometimes I'll sell on eBay because I have good reviews on eBay. It's no big deal. 87.5% is like, it's not bad. It's not bad. Which is why people say to sell when prices are going up, because it's easier to, you're more liquid. So it's kind of a rough time to sell right now. There's more buyers than, or more sellers than buyers. But there's also a lot of junk out there. If you post something good, it'll be easier. Trolling on a Sunday in a Poke stream is crazy. I don't even know if I'd call it trolling. I hope you're seriously considering offloading your OPO5 box. Think liquidity for that box will dry up quickly. One Piece just doesn't have the structure. Yeah, I mean, it does feel like everything is super inflated just because there's, the Poke Bros are, they're raiding and pumping up everything. At the same time, I will probably never have another OPO5 box again, and I don't necessarily need the money right now. And I am kind of excited because I am watching the show, so there is a little bit of like a personal feeling I have towards it. So I am considering offloading it, but I'm probably going to hold on to it because I don't know if I care. You know what I mean? I like to own it. I have good memories with this set with some friends. We'd go out and buy it and rip it, and it's all I have, and I'm never going to have it again. I'm certainly not buying it for $800 in the future. I can tell you that. So if I sell it, it's gone, and that's it. I might rather keep it. What's your opinion on 151 ETB versus Brilliant? I'd rather have a Brilliant Stars booster box. I like booster boxes. I don't have distro. Need more history sales before applying. Yeah, guys, go support DJ's Poke Center so he can get distro. Stamp almost never looks good. I prefer clean art without stamps. I completely agree. 100%. Yeah, Pack Hype and Brad, dude, guys, thank you for the donations. I really appreciate that. I really do. Should I lock in a few Rocket booster boxes? Depending on the price, maybe. But you should have a plan and some reasoning and logic as to why. Instead of just listening me to tell you that you should do it. I don't know anything about you, man. Picked up some premium figure collections of Prismatic. I prefer those over the ETBs around the same price. Get 2 more packs. Yeah, I mean, ETBs are a better product. You get less than them, obviously. You get 2 more packs and 2 promos. But ETBs are not the thing that's in print at the second compared to the figure collections. Nobody really cares about displaying figure collections like that. They probably will, maybe for these in the future. And the promos are good, but I would rather have ETBs, personally. I'm going to email you a list you soon with the list if you're down. I don't know if you're talking to me or DJ. Eventually people will like the Pika from surging. Always happens with sets. Yeah, that might be true. I'm learning Japanese. I think it's a seeking ship. Yeah. Also not falling for the One Piece. One Piece is not a meme. One Piece has been doing well since it came out. It's not just the past week or whatever. I mean, it happens to be outperforming everybody's expectations over the past week, but One Piece is here to stay for at least a while. At least a while. Don't get it twisted. Japanese cards have better print quality. Why are they worthless? Because people there's more English fans of the IP. It's really that simple. DJ, you need, oh yeah. One Piece is speculative, not worth touching. I don't agree. It's a little, the argument is worse right now because everything's going up, but I don't agree. Picked up a Fusion boost box on Mercari for $6.50 after 15% coupon and 20%. Oh, dang. Dang, that's fire. I did something similar with Lost Origin, but not on Mercari. I just did the 20% on TCG Player. That's a great deal. Please don't come to One Piece. Just stay at Pokemon. We don't need scalpers in One Piece 2. Thanks. Yeah. I like One Piece, and I was playing the game for a while, so I don't know. I think they're already there. I think they're already there, man. Unfortunately. Thank you for answering my questions. I've been able to see you, but tap in today. Dude, thank you, man. Thank you for being here. Absolutely. You couldn't pay me to collect One Piece. Nobody's forcing you to buy it. Don't worry. I'll stick with Pokemon. That's totally fine. It's not that deep, man. I just saw guys selling, carrying in as well for 180 on Facebook literally 15 minutes ago. You should buy that. Or buy it for me and I'll buy it off you. And I'll pay you. Be careful jumping on new trends. Yeah, but guys, One Piece has been doing well for a couple of years now. You just haven't been paying attention. People have lost how to calculate returns. If you can buy a stock IPO and make 20% 1 week and sell, then repeat it over and over, you win. People have lost how to calculate returns. If you buy a stock IPO and make 20% 1 week and sell, and then repeat it over and over, you win. Yeah. Yeah. Maybe a misunderstanding, but yes. Don't FOMO into One Piece. It's pump and dump. It's not a pump and dump. There's nothing wrong with One Piece is great. The cards are phenomenal. And the game is fun. It's better than the Pokemon game. I can tell you that. I have tried to get in Pokemon TCG. I just don't like it, dude. I like Magic more. I've enjoyed Magic more. I've enjoyed One Piece more. I don't play any of them actively. Maybe I would enjoy Pokemon more if I played it in person. But I was playing on the online. I don't know. I said the same thing about Lorcana. Different companies, different IP. I think One Piece has a much stronger following than like Disney Lorcana, in my opinion, for the card game. Like One Piece fans may not even care about the TCG, but they'll buy some cards, you know? That's the difference. You should only invest in what you know, not what the current hype is. I agree, Bondiggle. That is what's that guy's name? Peter. What's that guy's name who wrote that investing book? Walk Down Wall Street. This is for all the old heads out there. No, it's not Walk Down Wall Street. What is it called? Investing books. This guy who worked at Fidelity, right? What's his name? Fidelity. I'm going to look this up. I'm sorry. I'm derailing this. I have to know. And one of the main tenants was Peter Lynch, I believe. Yeah, Peter Lynch. One up on Wall Street. How to use what you already know to make money in the market. A lot of the investing advice holds up to this day. And one of the main points is that you invest in what you're familiar with and what you know, right? If you talk to somebody outside of TCGs and they're like, you invest in Pokemon cards? It seems like crazy. Well, there's a lot of things that we know that we feel confident in. And it all starts with how we feel about the IP, right? And how the IP has performed. If you know a lot about One Piece, you know that One Piece is very popular. The show is phenomenal. The TCG has been growing, actually. And it's fun. And I think if you hate on One Piece, then you don't know about it. You don't, and that's okay. You don't have to know everything. But I don't see the argument against One Piece TCG right now, beyond maybe the show ending, which that's not ending anytime soon. And even then, I think it'll hold up as arguably the best anime ever created. If you've watched the show, I would say most people would say that it is. And it's not even close. But yeah, check out Peter Lynch. One Up on Wall Street. It's good stuff. I genuinely believe Pokemon isn't going anywhere for the next 40 years, at least. You have to think of all the people our age, around 30, 35, who have money now, will continue to have money. I understand your point, but by every metric that we can possibly look at, the IP is still growing. So it's not declining. So what does that tell us? It tells us that Pokemon is still as popular as ever. Scarlet and Violet sold, I think, the most games of all time. Despite how you feel about the game, a lot of people enjoyed it. And a lot of those people who enjoyed it are kids. And, 40 years, I'll agree, is a long time. That is a long time. Anything can happen, but it all starts with the IP, and I think all the signs are there for it to continue to be strong. And that's not just my opinion, but that's like kind of factual, at least for now. As we get older, I see what you're saying, though. I just don't see anything that would help your argument. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that it can't happen, though. What up, Mega Scrafty gang? Like the stream. Guys, I just want to say we started the Mega Scrafties, That was a good time. I'm keeping that one rolling. Calling something the Evolving Skies of something is speculative as fuck. Well, yeah, this is a collectible card game space. I mean, it's just to portray that the set carrying on his will is really good. What up, Chuck? What's up, Kyle? Good to see you, man. I think Vintage is the safest long term, but I might be biased. Probably. Yeah, I mean, those early gens will always appeal. And it is interesting. I mean, you could view like first edition Charizards as like gold, where they don't really drop in price, and they'll just continue to kind of march up a little bit. It's kind of an interesting thought. Vintage is stagnant. Yeah. OP has a huge following. I think it's not synonymous, but it's not synonymous with TCG. I still think it's largely unproven, but I wouldn't fault anyone cashing in. I'm just not confident. Yeah, that's fair. Would you say that Pokemon is synonymous with TCG? I mean, I guess you would. But if you are in the TCG world, One Piece is massive. I mean, it's just a fact. It's not as popular as Magic or Pokemon, but you're talking about like 30+ year franchises. OP's making waves. It'll be interesting to see how it develops, but there's no doubt about it. It is continuing to grow. It's continuing to grow. Price chart for OP is a huge red flag. I don't disagree. I think it's insane. And I think I think if you were going to take profit, it is a great time to do that. I just think everybody's situation is a little different, Bought my first One Piece yesterday, OP 12 for 100, OP 13 for 220. Solid. They have similar comparisons. Both started with shows, went to games, and One Piece will never be as popular as Pokemon. Don't get me wrong. No way. I know vendors are eager to push this fake one. It's not fake. Although some of these the price movements are last week are maybe not super organic, but I mean, everything was positioned for a pump like this. It's what you see. I mean, Pokemon pumps like this occasionally too. You saw it this year. That's not organic. That's just people wanting to make money. And that's just kind of the world we're in right now. You just got to roll with what happens, right? You got to look at the big picture. Just give me the 15 and I'll invest it. Yeah, 100%. Going back to this question, this is what we need to talk about. Five Below has just packed. Yeah, I think it's just sleeve packs. Nothing more relaxing than driving around looking for product. I hate driving around looking for product. Is that just me? Because I never find anything. Because if you live in a big city, chances are people are already on it. So I'd rather just wait online. What do you think of WotC versus Modern when it comes to long-term investment for single cards? I mean, that's a loaded question. I don't know. It's tough. I think there's more opportunity in modern cards, but I think there will be opportunity in vintage. Vintage, a lot. I mean, they just will tend to hold their value a little stronger sometimes. It just depends on the set, depends on the card. And we don't know what's going to happen in the future. It's hard to say. I don't really look at singles as an investment, though, personally. Singles for me are just for collection purposes mostly, unless it's like really obvious. 15 for every, yeah. One per, it's 200,000, which should be invested. Yeah. Yeah, Feebay. Yeah. Five Below is just packs, One Piece, and Pokemon occasionally. Yeah. A little bit worse these days because now people know a little bit more about it. When people say they're backing up the truck on Prismatic, it's a home run at $5 pack, but someone is paying $10, $12. That is entirely different calculation. I agree. I do agree. I tend to be pretty conservative with my Prismatic just because it's like still well within print. And I've had plenty of opportunities to get at MSRP, which I do. And I'm happy with my strategy personally. I don't see any organic reason why it's going up. Seems to be viral marketing. There you go. It's just viral marketing. Only reason I can think of is the show itself. Well, yeah. Started watching. I mean, it's tied to the show. The show is incredible, but I haven't even seen anything yet from what I can tell. They've been so fast to drop off, shoot ventures like games, mobile apps, OP parent company. Yeah, I mean, you can't really trust Bandai. Bandai is pretty sketch. I mean, look at Dragon Ball. Pokemon has had the same blueprint forever. To avoid regular ETBs, go for, yeah. Figure promos, pretty confident. I wouldn't be so confident. But the promos will do well. Probably. Is the Moonbreon crashing? Should I sell it? Is it crashing? Can the Moonbreon even crash? I don't even know if that's possible. What does crashing mean? Let's look. TCG player. Near mint 2,000. With a decent amount of sales. I don't know. I mean, it's probably correcting. Hit me up on Discord when you're free. Dude, $50. What the that's insane, bro. Dude, thank you, man. That's I really appreciate that. That's crazy. Thank you so much. Dude, I really, really appreciate that. Holy cow. Holy cow, man. Thank you. Yeah, certainly. Thank you so much. Yo, shout out to Brad, dude. Thank you for the $50, dude. That's a lot of money to just give somebody. I'm probably not going to go to Florida, but yeah. I'll hit you up for sure. Dude, thank you, man. $50. That's insane. I really appreciate that, man. Thank you so much. That's crazy. Sales volume's going down. People leaving the hobby. I mean, people always leave the hobby. They come in, they come out. It is what it is. It's run up so much this year. We're just in the correction world now. And that's fine. You want to buy when boring? Yeah, I agree. Justin Rivals wasn't Team Rocket. I think people would care about it all. Take away the Mewtwo and it's similar. I mean, yeah, but you're just kind of getting reductive now. You know, there's like not really any point. It is what it is. People dumping on need to check their bias recently. Look at the anime. Look at the set returns. Look at the set prices outdo Pokemon by a mile. It's definitely not going to be bigger than Pokemon, but don't let bias. I agree. The problem is who owns One Piece. Yeah, the problem is who owns One Piece. That is true. Very true. The manga booster, yeah. Joker traded 2 fusion, build them back. Sorry, I'm trying to catch up a little bit here. You think that was a good trade? Yeah, probably. Probably a pretty good trade. CR for 185. Do you think that bull was I'm not buying Stellar Crown under any circumstances. Although 185 is like kind of a good deal, probably. I don't know. I just think the set is not very good. It's not very strong. I just not really into buying things that aren't good unless it's for a really good price. Yeah, Lynch. Yeah. But Warren Buffett, but yeah, I was talking about Peter Lynch, the GOAT. Yeah, he ran one of the most successful funds of all time. My kids and I play Pokemon. I played Magic the Gathering a ton as a kid. Pokemon is much simpler in a lot of cases. I prefer it. Definitely. It is simple. It is easy to get into, and it's pretty fun. I'd give it another shot. You know, by the way, Brad, thank you again for the $50, man. I really appreciate that. Just want to say that. Bandai being the owner and publisher of One Piece is scary. Yeah. Costco membership. Yeah, I think it's worth getting the membership. Also, I use the membership anyway. It's just kind of nice. But the Black Bolt White Flare collection boxes are I mean, they're going to be more for ripping, to be honest. It's good. It's a good deal, though. Lots of people play Pokemon. Way more people collect it and tons of people play in an absolute sense. Absolutely. You're right. Naruto is my favorite anime. It might be. Yeah, dude, Naruto ruled. And Naruto had a TCG too. Now, it was a different time back then in those days, but it was a popular trading card game. Anime stopped. Now nobody really cares about Naruto like that. Just because it's not active anymore, right? So I guess Boruto is a thing. But yeah, I think we're in a different world. Are those all your investments? No, it's just like I'm selling a couple things that you can't really see. I put these ETBs out because I just partnered with Crystal TCG. They do these lovely acrylics, which the link is down below. By the way, you get 10% off this month only. But they do things a little different. They got these gradients on the prismatic boxes, which look, or not on prismatic, you put anything in there, but they look really nice. They have some other colors. They got booster boxes, so just wanted to throw them out there. I think they look good. My son has been glued to Legends ZA since he got it. Yeah. Pokemon will not fade. Yu-Gi-Oh's fading away, both heading the opposite direction. Yeah, Pokemon is just a beast, man. The day Pokemon starts losing IP value, that's when you need to start thinking about things. But it might be too far gone at that point. OP collection hitting 100% growth for stuff, and I'm cashing all of it out because I don't like the quick growth. I agree. I like this trade. I don't mind. I don't mind this trade. Did the deal last night. Jan did the dude. Bro, that fight was crazy, man. Piotr Jan is the GOAT. I mean, maybe not, but he's so good, dude. He's so good. That fight was so sick. And we have a real fighter as bantamweight champ now. It's exciting, man. It's really cool. I'm sure they'll run it back too. Pokemon has way more money in the hobby already. Upside of One Piece is higher. Yeah. Yep. Way better percentages from opening packs and boxes. Yep. 200 bucks can get you 10K singles. Several four. Yeah, it is insane. It is insane. Like, people can hate One Piece all they want. It's irrelevant. It doesn't matter. Not hating One Piece. I'm hating on the current spike. These boxes will have to be reprinted. Yes, that is the thing you should know. Boxes will get reprinted. But its spiking is not a bad thing. It's actually good. It's fun. It's cool to see. But I agree. Yeah, I think the recent pump is like insane. You should be very careful buying anything at these prices. I completely agree. One Piece is headed in the right direction. Has the same starts somewhere, and the increase in popularity can't be denied. Yeah. Prime position to expand in other avenues outside of TCGs. Also, they're like remaking the show, I think, to be a little bit more digestible to fans who haven't watched the show before, because a lot of people watch the show, but a lot of people don't, just because there's 1,000 episodes or 1,100. And so what's that studio? The studio that did good work on some other shows, they're like kind of like rebuilding the skeleton of One Piece in like new animation style. And that should be coming out at some point. I forgot what it's called. It's like something like that. Haters should chill. Yeah, probably. But, it's good to be careful. It's good to be careful, right? Dollar General's just put out for $40, buy one, get one half off. Yeah, that's pretty sick. I'm jealous. One thing I'll say about One Piece cards, though, the quality puts Pokemon to shame. Yeah, the cards look incredible. The texture on some of those cards, dude, crazy stuff. The arts look cool, man. But ultimately, it comes down to the IP. That's what matters the most. Because like Dragon Ball cards probably put Pokemon cards to shame, but nobody gives a shit. You know what I'm saying? He will definitely be seeing on bring. Yeah. I'm a One Piece fan. I'm a Yu-Gi-Oh! Rush Duel fan, but you can't deny OP popularity. Yeah. My question got skipped. What? I skipped your question. I'm sorry. I don't see it. Oh, do you think Magic collector booster boxes are worth holding? Probably. Let me just tell you this. I'm not the person to ask about Magic. So take everything I say with a massive grain of salt, but clearly a lot of the collector booster boxes have performed very well. I personally would like an Avatar one because I love the IP, and I think it would just be cool to have one. And I'll probably buy one at some point. We'll see. But yeah, investing in Magic seems scary to me. I don't know. I don't know enough about it. Where was I? Yeah. All the scalpers going to freaking sell. Be ready to buy it. That's already happening. Is there an Naruto PSA promo? I don't know. I have no clue. ETBs. Netflix shows boosting popularity. Yeah, the live action's also doing well. Sorry, I'm late. Kids. Oh, dude, don't apologize. No worries. Kids playing. They won against state champs, going to finals now, dude. That's sick. Holy cow! Congrats. That's way cooler than this. That's so cool, man. Congrats. Thanks for being here, though. I appreciate the support. Crazy thought, but will a DG stamp bring a premium since PE is a specialty set? If anything, I think it'll have I think the inverse might happen. I think the stamp looks pretty horrendous. The $40 yellow stamp looks pretty horrendous. I don't like it. I don't think it'll bring a premium. Maybe they're just like will be rare or something, but like who knows? I'm not going out of my way. I would tell you this: I would not pay a premium for him personally. Not interested. In England, it's hard to get anything MSRP. I'm thinking about starting going to Japanese, Korean. Yeah, I mean, Japanese is a great play if you're just a pure collector. Better print quality, better texture, cheaper. Could be a hot take, but I'd rather buy MEO1 than Surging. That's fair. I don't think that's that hot of a take at all. I think MEO1's a better set than Surging. I just think Surging is older and there's opportunity in it. And that's how I feel. Oh, but I think they're probably like not far off in terms of quality, in my opinion. Ascended Heroes will have everybody flop. Oh, 100%. Ascended Heroes is going to be a shit show. You think breaking down larger boxes for packs? Yes. There is currently negative premium on the Paldean boxes when you buy them between $100 and $110. The loose packs are literally worth more, and you get the stamped promos. You're quite literally losing no value buying them. So 100%. I think that it gets a little bit. I think Blooming has maybe a slight premium, but the prismatic ones, yeah, you can break those down too. I would say like don't break them down if you don't have to, right? That goes without saying. But for these boxes, you can, especially if you get them at MSRP. It's like, bro, you're not gonna be losing that much premium. I can assure you of that. Yeah, dude. Congrats, Concept. That's really cool. Any streams coming up with Team Rocket Joe? Yeah, we actually messaged last night. We're gonna set something up pretty soon. We're gonna set something up pretty soon. We're gonna have a stream before Christmas. 100%. Yeah, he reached out. We're gonna go on his channel though. It'll be a good time. It'll be a good time. Don't worry. We'll get something going here. So be on the lookout for that. We're gonna wrap up soon, guys. 30th anniversary set coming up. Remember the Lego. I used to have a Lego guy on my channel. I don't think he watches anymore. But he was like freaking out about the Lego Pokemon collab. We'll see. We'll see what happens. It'll be interesting. Love the channel. Dude, thank you for being here, man. I really appreciate that. Have you seen any of the new Naruto cards at GameStop? They had Series 1. I haven't, no. I'll look into it. That sounds interesting. Should I break down Sword and Shield and Arceus figure? No. Probably not. What do you think about Lorcana? I have no thoughts on Lorcana. I think the cards look stupid. I don't like the Disney IP like that. But first chapter is intriguing. That's what I'll say. Seems like you're not getting any more first chapter for real. At least booster boxes. I don't know. Again, don't ask me about Lorcana. I don't know enough about it. I'm not into the IP. Not into the cards. I'm not into it. But I know people are, and it's irrelevant what I think. That's just what I feel. I like One Piece. I like Pokemon especially. I like Magic even. Lorcana is not for me. It's not for me. But first chapter seems like a good opportunity. I don't know. Synod Heroes is going to a side quest. Yeah, dude. We might have to side quest the Synod Heroes. We'll see. I mean, without realizing it, we're also kind of side questing Prismatic without having the label on it. Destined Rival side quest is still active. Haven't added any more product to it since, which is crazy. Well, I haven't been able to. Hidden Fates at 400 still a play. Would you rather have 151 ETB? Oh. Ugh. I don't know. I think I'd rather have Hidden Fates personally because it feels more like it's like cooler to have for me personally. There's probably an argument for 151. I'm not into buying a 151 ETB for 400. It just feels like it feels very expensive to me personally. Hidden Fates, much older. Maybe it's less popular now, but I'm not going out of my way to buy Hidden Fates either, but those ETBs are really great, and the set is great. I'd rather have Hidden Fates at 400 personally if I had to choose, just personally. That's just me, though. I don't know if I can't say it'll outperform 151, but I would buy it just personally from like a collection perspective. Some of the art in Lorcana would surprise you. That is fair. That is fair. I'm not saying it's like shit. I'm just saying I don't like the characters. I don't like Disney. For real. But yeah, I'm sure some of the arts are great. Like that one Mickey Mouse, whatever, and was it Fabled? Like that looks cool, but it's like ultimately it's like Mickey Mouse. I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. But Disney IP is massive. If you put all of the branches together, it's technically bigger than Pokemon, whatever. Because like Winnie the Pooh is huge. But it's not for me. OP13 is going to go crazy. It quite literally already is. I just picked up a Fusion and Brilliant box. Dude, nice. What is your favorite and least favorite Scarlet? My favorite Scarlet and Violet set? I don't know. Probably Prismatic. I pulled the Demigod pack. And I pulled the Umbreon. And I graded it and got a 10. It's hard for me not to say Prismatic. I love Destined Rivals. I love 151. I love Black Bolt. Low-key, Black Bolt is up there for me. But I mean, I would say Prismatic is my favorite set. Destined Rivals, close second. 151 right behind. Black Bolt behind that. That's how I feel. Least favorite set is definitely Shrouded. I mean, Shrouded's kind of bad for me. I'm not into SV base that much. Not really into Temporal that much, although I think the arts are solid. I just like, I don't know. It doesn't do much for me. I'm not even really into Twilight either. There's a pretty hard drop off for me. And Obsidian, I'm not really into Obsidian. Snag the Hidden Fates ETB, TCG player. Yeah, PayPal, Black Friday Wombo combo. Solid. Disney ruined Star Wars. This is true. This is true, man. They got all woke. They ruined my Star Wars, brother. No, I don't know. They're just trying to make money, aren't they? What's up, Pokeanny? Good to see you, man. Dude, I haven't watched your video. I just saw your thumbnail, but you're having a baby. That's awesome, man. Congratulations. That's incredible. I'm assuming it's your first one. I'm like talking about this like you're buying a booster box or something. It's your first booster box? Your first kid? That's great, man. I hope you use the TCG player sale for it. No, I'm just kidding. That's awesome, dude. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing very well. That's incredible. I'm at the age where a lot of my friends are having kids, and that is interesting. And then you don't see them for like 12 months because they're like having a kid, you know, like raising a life. And I personally, I find it really selfish that they're doing that and I can't hang out with them as much, but I'm happy for them. I'm just kidding. Baby girl, thank you. Wow. That's incredible, man. seriously, congratulations. That's amazing for you. It's really awesome. Love One Piece. And I agree. 151 ETBs at 400 is. I don't know if I don't know how long it's going to take for me to be able to stomach that. And by the time I will be able to, they'll be like way more expensive, I'm sure. I just remember like walking by these in Walmart. Nobody wanted $55. And I was like, dude, 55 is a lot, man. That's a lot of money for an ETB. It's crazy where we are now. I would much rather have Hidden Fates. Crazy, man. Love One Piece. Saw the show. Never got into TCG until 13. Got 2 sealed cases. Woo! Pre-ordered 1,500. Oh, you're balling. You're balling out. Well done. Is the price appreciation on SV era boxes deserved? Seems like Sword and Shield boxes. I mean, there's a lot to unpack there. Deserved, I think, might be the wrong word. I guess you're probably asking like, well, Sword and Shield is probably as good as Scarlet and Violet in a lot of aspects, and yet it was dead for like 2 years. I think the markets are just different. I think rip and shipping has gotten significantly more popular. SV games were also more popular than Sword and Shield. A lot more stores had a lot more Sword and Shield just sitting in the back. Now it's like SV hits and it's gone. So it's not surprising that when there's a boom like this, that all the product just gets eaten up because there's just way more demand than supply. And that's been the case for what, a year or so, like consistently. So it's not surprising. And not to mention the fact that the packs and the sets are like a lot more fun to rip to the average collector. A lot more hits, 151, right? Prismatic. The special sets are pretty phenomenal across the board for the most part. So it's not a surprise to me to see that. But it is crazy. And now Sword and Shield's like, it's revving up. I mean, it's had a huge move, but it'll do well in the future. Sword and Shield just kind of happened at a weird time, post 2020 boom, and then kind of everything died in 2022. Really, what's the maximum percentage of your investing portfolio you would reckon? I mean, I don't think there's a solid answer for this question. Some would say diversify, mitigate your risk, invest in retirement accounts. Others would say go all in on Pokemon because you know a lot about it and it's one of the highest ROI places to put your money. The answer, or you might have a business in Pokemon, right? Or maybe you're buying a house. The answer to this question has a million different answers. It's going to depend on your personal situation. I will say my percentage of my portfolio for Pokemon is increasing. I'll say that. But it is still relatively small, but large to people who don't view TCGs as investments, and that's fine. It's going to depend. Some would say 5%, some would say 10%. It's a bit arbitrary, It's going to depend on your own situation and how much risk you're willing to take. I'm a cheap ass though, in fairness. Yeah. I mean, kind of same, especially when you like, I can't imagine for you, it's like, owning a Pokemon business and you see the prices even lower or more access to product. For me, I'm just like a regular kind of guy with no business like that. So I feel the same way, but for you, it's probably even more intense, I do have to wrap up soon. Got some plans here. Yeah, baby girl on the way. That's, again, congratulations, man. That's super exciting. I'm sure you will. You're gonna be. It sounds like you're gonna be very busy. I can't imagine. 151 ETBs being 400 makes Prismatic seem like these. Yeah. Any luck? No, I'm not really trying for real. Less hype for Prismatic right now. Yeah. It's still doing all right. I would rather have Brilliant. Okay, we're not doing another poop question. We did one. I think that was good. This one's much too personal for me anyway. But probably similar to your question. Not long enough, I'll tell you that. Not long enough. Not long enough. But we won't get into that now. We'll save that for next time. But we'll wrap it up there, guys. I really appreciate everybody joining this morning. I'm straight going to vanish from YouTube come March. Going to be the greatest fall off since seismic shock. Dude, it's going to be worth it. Your mental health will be thanking you, I'm sure. You're going to miss so much, man. You're going to miss. It's going to be 2026 is going to be the best year in Pokemon ever. How could you? Anyway, yeah, guys, thank you very much for being here today. Really appreciate all the support, all the donations. Like that's crazy. Brad, thank you for the donations, man. I will respond to you in Discord. You're the man, dude. And everybody else who was just watching or hanging out or whatever, I hope you have a great Sunday. Thank you for being here. Do appreciate it. Of course, tomorrow, another Monday market update video, as always. So be on the lookout for that. Probably around 11 or 12, somewhere in that time frame. And enjoy your Sunday, man. Enjoy it. Another stream with Team Rocket Joey soon, I think. We'll figure out a date. We'll announce that. It's definitely going to happen before at some point over the next few weeks. And who knows what else? Who knows? But yeah, thanks again to all of my sponsors and people who support me. I can't thank y'all enough. Oh, and we'll be doing some giveaways soon. I forgot to mention. 2 White Flare bundles. These will happen both over the next couple of weeks. We'll probably do one like normally, but then the other one we might do like a little quick draw situation to increase odds for people because it's kind of fun. So anyway, enough yapping. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Thank you for being here. Like, comment, subscribe. We're almost at 5,000, dude. That's a big milestone. That's a big milestone. Can't thank you enough. Goodbye. Peace.